Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Today I just moved the sheep. There's my reel. We had those posts put in across this paddock on about 12 to 13 foot apart. And the ewes just got done lambing. This is the 24th of May. And they've been done for about a week. They got it all done in about 14 days. We saw our first lamb May 1st and they were pretty much done by the 14th. Golly, that's a beautiful ram. Oh, he is a beaut. He really put his influence on this flock this year too. Hey, what a beautiful ram. Got a lot of we got a lot of beautiful sheep. Look at that. I think I counted up the other day, we had at least 5 sets of triplets. And during the grazing school, we actually counted 1 set of quads. First time ever, we've had one ewe that had 4. Folks, that's on stockpile fescue. Look at that. That one little ewe right there turned out that. Triplets. Now, if that isn't a cute sheep, if you say that's not a cute sheep, you're not alive. Look at that one beside it. Man, that is a beautiful lamb. That's not that big a ewe. She had triplets. These lambs get with it. This may be the healthiest set of lambs I've ever seen. Our best lamb crop ever. We're not gonna know exactly what we did as far as lambs per ewe until we get them up. That's gonna be in July. We'll be taking the rams out of here. Here they come. Like, are you dad? Are you mama? You don't look like a ewe. No, I'm not. I'm not your mama. It's okay, Mom's over here in this tall grass. Well, there's 2 pretty ones over there too. Folks, these lambs, look at this. They're less than 2 weeks old. Look at that. Darn things are already eating forage. They learn that behavior by watching Mom. I've never seen anything as young, a young crop like that just go right into eating. This is our 1 wire. I just took it up. It was 10 inches off the ground. 1 wire. We've got our sheep broke to 1 wire. So you can definitely tell where they're at. Look at that. So when people tell you you can put, if you got 100 cows, you can put 100 sheep in there and never miss the forage, they absolutely don't know what they're talking about. Because you will miss the forage. Sheep, you can't have anything free on the farm. I mean, they're gonna take some forage. And it shows right here. They were on here for 2 days. We're giving them strips, and this is the last strip that they're gonna get on this farm. But I like what I'm seeing. I mean, this right here is a Sericea lespedeza. And that's not gonna fare so well. They're gonna nail that. Oh, look what they did over here. So this is the plant that was on the other side of the wire. It got hammered. So one thing we found out with this strip grazing, we're just giving them, let's say, 5 acres. Sheep! Sheep, 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 sheep. They're not all over here yet. Sheep! We got probably about only half of them over here. Maybe not even quite half. They'll find it. Well, you talk about sheep feed. All these broadleaves in here, and all these are persimmon. These are all persimmon sprouts. I don't remember persimmons being this persistent, but boy, they are now. They seem like they just come up everywhere. Anyway, they're pretty darn good feed for a sheep. They'll strip that. So you got to change your philosophy a little bit. You know, there's some ironweed that's not gonna be there in 2 days. They're gonna strip that. Here's the stick tight. They absolutely adore that one. Of course, you got your clover down underneath. Here's some buckbrush. They'll trim on that. Here's your orchard grass that's seeded out. They like eating seed heads. Oh, look at that. Oh, there's Cotton Top. Hey, Cotton Top. How you doing, buddy? That's a young guard dog, just barely a year old. You talk about a good guard dog. Sugar hasn't heard me in here, or she'd be over here wanting her belly rubbed. Hey, Cotton Top. He says, what are you doing out here, Greg? Get over here. There was a Barbados cross came in here a while ago. I want to see if I can find her lamb. Gosh, she had a beautiful lamb. I don't see it now. Look at that little lamb up there. He is absolutely tearing up that bush. That is from here, it looks like it's a persimmon sprout. He is working that over. That's a 2-week-old lamb. He's eating a big old leaf off of a persimmon sprout. Look at that. Yeah, they're starting to drift over here now. Yeah! A lot of them just haven't heard me holler. The wind's going from me to them, so it's not carrying. I'm sorry, it's coming from them to me. Not the other way around. Look at those two little guys. Now that's a multiple rose bush. It's got the white flowers on it right now. And it's having a pretty hard life because those little lambs are like, tasty. So folks, if you've got some sprouts and you got a lot of woody type stuff, your cows aren't that crazy about it, you might want to look at hair sheep. And if you look at the economics on hair sheep, you can't argue with it. I mean, it's just, well, nothing can compete. You can take, let's just say those two right there are ewe lambs. They came out of that ewe there. You can turn a ram into them at 7 months of age, and they'll give you a baby when they turn 12 months. Can't do that with cows. And if one of those lambs dies, you haven't lost a $3,500 heifer. You know, you feel bad with anything that dies, but it really makes you feel bad. Look at that darn little lamb over there. He is working that tree. Oh, look at that. Got his little foot up, pushing it down. And that is I believe that is a hickory. That darn little lamb's eating a hickory sprout. And now he's moved on. Yeah, these sheep, I don't know. I've seen them come out of the ewe, fall on the ground, being born, jump up, and within 5 minutes they're sucking, their little tails wiggling back and forth, and they're ready to go. And I've seen calves born that won't get up sometimes for 30 minutes. These things are up and sucking in 5. And you think about that a minute, you know, they're a smaller animal in nature. If they don't get up and start sucking, an eagle or a fox or a coyote's gonna get them. So I think nature set these critters out to get with the program. When you come out, you get with the program. Look at that little lamb looking in. I'm still amazed, you know, when they lamb, how quickly they get up and grow. I mean, these lambs in front of me there that are about 2.5 weeks old, they've doubled in growth in 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. They've doubled in size. That milk from that ewe is just absolutely unbelievable. I mean, this is a pretty raggedy looking paddock. But you know what? This is good feed. So with sheep, you don't want it looking like a manicured lawn. If you do, it doesn't have as much sheep feed in it. I mean, sheep will eat grass. And of course, they'll eat clover. But they like going through here and picking out broadleaves. And they get a mix. They'll eat a little bit of grass, but they'll eat some clover. Then they'll grab some of this. They'll grab some ironweed. They'll grab some of this, what we call beggar's lice, right there. They like that one. And see, it's just the right, it's tender, it's nice and tender. Yeah, they got a ton of sprouts in here to eat. Oh, there's a autumn olive. See, that's why I brush hog about every 2 to 3 years. And this hasn't been brush hog. This will be the 3rd year, so I'm gonna get in here and brush hog this. See this right here? That's an autumn olive. And if you don't brush hog that, right now it's 3 foot tall. It'll be 6 foot tall by the end of the summer, and then they can't reach it. They can't reach that. That tree there's in trouble. The bottom part of it. They're gonna nail that. Look at those little lambs looking at me like, are you a coyote or what are you? It's the first time they've seen a person probably for a while. Of course, the boys are all here moving until they've seen the boys. Look at the ears on them. They got those little dark ears. I'm gonna pop over the hill here. They're gonna take off booking. Maybe. They got those little patches on their eyes, just like their dad. Look at that. They got a little brown patch of color around their eyes. Man, those are pretty lambs. Gee. Y'all gonna have to forgive me for the wind. I know it's bad. Somebody said the other day, cut out the wind noise. When I came out here today, I wasn't planning on shooting a video, all right? I was just gonna move the sheep. So, turn down the volume. Just look at the baby lambs. Man, there's a bunch of them. This is only about 1/3 of the flock. They're all eating. All those little guys, they're all munching down until they get spooked. There's that Barbados. She has got a beautiful lamb. Golly. She's got 2 of them. She got that brown one. She's got a spotted one. I like colored lambs. I think they just add a little character to your flock. White is fine too. I had white for many years. I put that colored ram in here, and boy, I'm telling you what now, he's going to town. He got a bunch of these ewes bred, expressing his genetics. That little lamb just had a leaf disappear in his mouth as he's looking at me. Look at him. I said, Mom, this is pretty good stuff. Well, he's eating that red clover. See that? Yeah, he says, I don't know if that's fit to eat or not. He started to, but he's like, that doesn't look like grass. I guarantee you, your mama will eat it. So we got red clover, white clover, we got fool's clover. That's what this is right here, this yellow stuff. Super high quality legume. Some people call it Japanese clover. My dad, he called it hop clover. 3 different names for the same forage. Man. That's why I love the cross of dogs we've got. That's a 1/2 Merrimack, a 1/4 Anatolian, and a 1/4 Pyrenees. Folks, we got some puppies. We got some puppies that's in that same genetic bloodline right now. I think Jan said she had 2 left, maybe 3. I think they're 10 weeks old. They're ready to go. You need to put them into your flock right now. Let them get used to your sheep. Put them in there little. That way they can kind of get smacked around by the ewes and they don't learn to be aggressive and chase you. They need to respect them. You wait for that dog to get too big and put him in there, he's going to be knocking down a lamb and chewing on it. And you've got a ruined dog. We got 5 dogs in here now, and we just don't worry about coyotes. You just don't. We don't come over here. Somebody asked me today, we had a farm tour, and they said, Greg, how many of those have you pulled in your lifetime? And I said, 0. They just come out. But we're not feeding them grain. You know, these sheep have been raised in nature. Oh my gosh, look at that. She's got a beautiful set of triplets. Look at that. 3 of them. 3 lambs on 1 ewe. You cannot do that with cattle. You can't put 3 on, you can't get 3 out of 1. So when people say, how many should I start with? I tell people, you're just starting out and you've got, you know, 10, 15 acres. Start out with 6, 7, 10, and not too long, you're gonna have a bunch of them. You need to start selling some of them. These things get with it. If you think about a ewe having twin ewe lambs, and then those ewes, when they reach a year old, they give you a baby, maybe twins, and the next year maybe twins or triplets, man, you're on your way. They don't need any grain. We don't feed them any hay. They winter on this stuff right here. No clipping, no hoof trimming, no worming. They've never been wormed. No grain. They just eat brush. They eat brush and a little bit of grass and clover, and they give you twin lambs. So I think sheep are one of the most kept secrets there is in making a profit on especially smaller farms. Those of you all just starting to homestead, you need to really look at sheep, because you can run more of them, and the darn things just take care of themselves. Look at that. That little black one laying there. He's got his head laid back sleeping. Oh, get up, little guy. Your brother and sister left you. He's got a white tip on his tail. Anyway, I'm out of here. I can stay out here all day looking at these baby lambs that are everywhere. Look at that. Looks like we've got a fine crop this year. Everyone have a good one. I'm going to sign out of here and hit that subscribe button on the way out, and we'll see you next time.